Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am John Kinyanjui and welcome to Sports Sugu. Thank you for joining this live broadcast from our GBS TV studios today on Saturday, 3rd of August, 2024. Keep your comments, feedback, and questions coming in through our SMS line 21144 and do engage us across all our social media platforms at GBS TV Africa. Today, we will be traversing across the sporting action that took place this week and the top headlines in the world of sports. Faith Kipyegon, Mary Moraa arrived in Paris for Olympic Games. Faith Kipyegon is seeking to secure his second consecutive Olympic gold in the women's 5,000 final at the Paris 2024 Olympics. With just one day before the track and field event began on August 1st, the Kenyan team had arrived in Paris. The games were set to run from August 1st to August 11th. The team led by Faith Kipyegon, who was a two-time Olympic gold medalist and captain, arrived on Tuesday and then went to the Olympic Village where they stayed. Along with Kipyegon, the team included Mary Moraa, Timothy Cheruiyot, Brian Komen, Beatrice Chebet, Bernard Kibet, and Lilian Odira. Other members of the team were Vivian Chebet, Reynold Cheruiyot, Margaret Chelimo, Daniel Mateiko, and Nicholas Kimeli. The Olympics featured 48 events, with 23 each for men and women, plus two mixed events, the 4x400 meters relay and the 35-kilometer mixed team race walk. This event took place at the Stade de France in Paris. Road events were held at three venues, Hotel de Ville and Les Invalides for marathon races, and Pont de l'Arena for race walks. Faith Kipyegon, who aims to win her third successful gold medal in the women's 5,000 meters final on August 5th, was also included in was scheduled to compete in the 1,500 meters round one on August 6th. Notably, no African athlete had ever won gold in the same event 3 times in a row. Marathoner Eliud Kipchoge prepared for a significant race against Kenenisa Bekele. The men's 10,000 meters final took place on Friday. Kenya's runners Daniel Mateiko, Bernard Kibet, and Nicholas Kimeli aimed to reclaim the title last won by John Ngugi at the 1998 Seoul Olympics, facing competitors Jacob Kiplimo and Joshua Cheptegei from Uganda. Timothy Cheruiyot competed in the men's 1,500 meters semi-finals on August 4th, while Mary Moraa took part in the 800 meters round one on August 2nd. Kenya had a busy week at the Paris 2024 Olympics, showcasing their talents across various sports. The action began on Wednesday, July 31st, when the Kenyan women's volleyball team played against Poland in their first preliminary match at 10 p.m. On Thursday, August 1st, Zedi Cherotich from the Kenya Defense Forces competed in judo at the Champ de Mars Arena, Mat 2. That day, attention also turned to the athletics track, which Samuel Giadhimba participated in the men's 20 kilometers race walk early in the morning at 7:30 a.m. The excitement continued on Saturday, August 2, starting at noon with Maria Branlena in the women's 50 meters freestyle heats. Later, the Kenyan women's volleyball team faced Japan at 2 p.m. and the Kenyan runners Mary Moraa, Naomi Korir, and Lilian Odira competed in the women's 800 meters heats at 6:45 p.m. After the 800 meters heats, the 4x400 meters mixed relay team, which included Veronica Mutua, Mercy Chebet, Kevin Tauta, and Boniface Mweresa, raced at 8:45 p.m. The day concluded with the men's 10,000 meters final at 10 p.m. featuring Kenyan athletes Daniel Mataiko, Nicholas Kipkorir, and Bernard Kibet. More important, I'll have our guest introduce himself.
My name is Dennis Manzo, Coach Venom. I just train sprinters here in Kasarani and maybe all of East Africa. Yeah.
So thank you for finding time again to be with us today.
Thank you.
So maybe to start off with, there are some important action which Kenya has performed, starting with maybe rugby finished.
Yeah.
And now volleyball is almost halfway gone.
Yes.
Let's say 2/3 gone.
Okay.
So how can you say, or what can, maybe to pick your brains, what can you say about the sporting that Kenya has performed so far?
Don't say again.
You can start off with the first one, the rugby.
Rugby. Rugby last time, as we said, Kenya rugby team, you know, they have newcomers. Those newcomers, they went there for at least to gain experience. They tried because ukiangalia mahali tulikuwa previous, Kenya team ilikuja ikaanguka, it went down, and then now they have started coming up. So for me, I can't say it was a bad performance. At least they gained the experience. Now ile kitu sasa imebaki ni kwenda kuangalia where they didn't perform, so they work on that part. And then I think right now Kenya, what they need is just to have main competition for rugby, and then select a good team, which will represent us next year, in the next 4 years, Olympics, whereby even the program is out for the next Olympics. Sitting or no World Championship, next Olympics will be. They said where? Then I will confirm. But program for next year World Championship is out. So right now they need to pick a good team to prepare them for well. The next 4 years they will be okay for the next Olympics. Yeah.
So that was, by the way, the Shujaz team finished on 9th position.
Yeah.
They defeated Samoa
10-5.
10-7.
Yeah, 10-7.
So they finished 9th position. And now maybe to skip from rugby to volleyball.
Volleyball.
I think that was where tulikuwa
Yes. Volleyball, I think ukiangalia volleyball, I'm not a fan of that, but mostly I do watch.
Okay.
But according to me, volleyball, they played that match. It wasn't good. The game was not good. Let's say it was not good. It's like they were not ready for that game, because you see the way they played with Brazil, 25-14, 25-15, 25-13. Hiyo gap ni kubwa sana. So we have a lot to work on. We have a lot. So right now we don't need to depend on like we have so and so. We need to pick now. We need to have, that's what I said, like rugby. We need to have many competitions. They go to high school, they go to colleges, they pick from there. And then now put them in the camp, they pick the best. I think that's where we need, and then they need to, Kenya needs to at least to buy some good facility for our athletes to train on. So volleyball, tuko mbali. We need to train hard.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just as I said last time, competing in the Olympics is not an easy task.
Yeah.
Because most of the teams there normally do have maybe experience. You find like, for instance, the group that the volleyball team that was placed, that group also had some of the best teams in volleyball.
Yes.
Actually, when you look at Brazil, when you look at Poland,
Yes.
Japan, so those are kind of teams which have experience
Yes.
in playing volleyball. So actually, apart from maybe they did not perform well, but It's still a tough group.
Yes, but at least, you know, yes, we are in a tough group.
Yeah.
You know, those are human beings like us also.
Yeah,
So
true.
this is the second time I think Kenyan volleyball team going to Olympics.
Uh-huh.
They were there last time,
Okay.
and then I think they gained the experience from there, and they knew the mistakes.
Okay.
So they were supposed to at least to
To
you see,
pull up the socks a
yes.
bit, yeah.
Now, when you are beaten below 20, you know, it's like those guys are just playing them alone.
Okay, yeah.
You see, like Sudan, let me say basketball.
Yeah,
you saw the way they played.
Yeah.
You see, like now we are supposed. That's how Kenya volleyball
You
team.
should emulate that.
Yes, at least munachituma. But at least now they have seen where they are weak. They will just come back and do what? Do
Hey,
something.
That was Coach Venom saying that we should emulate South Sudan when they play basketball. And in terms of volleyball, in terms of rugby, maybe we should pull up our socks. And apart from that, maybe we go to what's currently happening. Athletics is starting tomorrow.
Yeah,
And we had some that started today. So
Yes.
what do we expect?
Like now we have several events from tomorrow. We have 1500 meters men, where we have Brian Komen. We have Timothy Jeriot and Reynold Jeriot. As those guys are good. Reynold Jeriot is a world record holder for 1 mile for under 20, and he won here 1500. He's a world under 20 champion, so you can't write him off. He's upcoming, so he needs that medal. He's just going for Olympics for his first time, and he's also a champion from under 20. So he might make surprises there. Also, Timon Jeriot is a current champion also, and he has been there. He's used now. Now he needs to use his experience, at least to bring us something from Olympics. Brian Komen is another one who has just come in. I think if they need first thing, what they need just to qualify the final, all of them, and then the final they need to have what we call teamwork. Then once they do the teamwork, that in Gibson, you know, we have two guys there. We have Gibson and this guy from Spain. There is a guy there. He's a good. So they need to have a teamwork. Both of them, they are strong. So they have a team. If they are going to have a teamwork, then we are going to get something from there. So first thing, let them qualify first from rounds, and then qualify to final. And then from there we have another race. We have 10,000 meters men, and that's final. That's now where we have a challenge. Our guys need to pull up. They need to pull up socks. Because you know, we have Cheptegei there. We have Kiplimo, and that we have Kechelicha from Ethiopia. Those guys are not easy.
The Ethiopians have been giving us tough competition.
And the current world we are in right now, you can't write off those guys from other countries, even if they're not from East Africa. Those guys are right now. Those weights are coming strong. So our fight just to kuangalia Kiplimo, they need to just now to have what we call experience and use teamwork. If you see Kiplimo maybe he's not in a good shape, and then someone comes from behind and goes with the rest. So they need to have teamwork, and then need to look each other who is strong. When you are running, you just see this person is strong. So that's what they need to do. But let's hope we are going to get a medal. You know, we got that medal long time ago. Was it 1988? For 10,000 meters. So we need that medal.
We need that medal.
We need it. So that's the event we have tomorrow. That is the final. The final for 10,000. It's then now we have 5,000, where we have Faith Chimungeti. That's qualifying round. That's like semi-finals. We have Kibuyegon and we have Chebet, Beatrice Chebet. And We don't have doubt. We don't have doubt for those. These girls are good. Both of them they have a record. Beatrice has a record, and Faye has a record. So now it's just to qualify.
Okay.
The target is just to qualify. Even if it's number 3, 4, 5, the most important thing is just to qualify. So they don't need to use a lot of energy to when they are doing rounds.
Okay.
Yeah, and you know, remember Faye has 1,500, and the Beatrice has 10,000. So they have to be smart.
Okay.
Then we have a mixed relay, 4x4. We are in a tough pool, but let's hope we have good boys there. We have Boniface Mweresa, who is good in 4x4. He's good, totally good. That guy can sprint even 42. He's a talented guy. And then we have this guy from Kenya prisons called Sanayek. He's also another guy who is good. You saw the way he ran during 2017 World Under 20. He got a pattern from behind, he crossed all the guys and just went one way. I think he's famous. He's called Sanayek. Yeah, so we have that guy. Those are the guy who's going to boost our relay. They're good. We have Jebet, and we have Maureen Thomas and Veronica Mutua. And those girls are good. Those are the best we have here in Kenya. And we hope, we are praying hard for them. They need to qualify from there. You know, if they want to, the most important, they qualify from it to semis, to final. Once they qualify to a final, anything can happen. And once they are going to be top 8 there, they have booked their ticket to next year World Championship.
Okay.
You see? So, they are good. Yeah, no, they are good. Those guys are good. And if we put, because we have a com there, who is going to run 400 meters. So I'm sure he is in that team. And then we have Weissman Were. They are there. Those guys are good. Mary Mora is there. She can boost the team. But now she is concentrating with the 800 meters. So if 800 meters was like 2 days ahead of 4x4, then I am sure Mary Mora was going to help us to do that 4x4 mixed relay. But now she can't do, because she is constrained with 800 meters. She needs also gold medal in 800. Yeah. So
the team arrived in Paris, and I think they have started their preparations of maybe their warm-ups in Paris. So is there any difference that we should expect now that they are practicing in the grounds different in Paris? You know, I've heard that even the winds do assist maybe runners. If there is wind, it assists. Some of the records are sometimes even maybe disqualified because of the winds.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says, so how is that made?
So right now, I was talking to my athlete. He told me where they were training in Miramas, there is heavy wind from the sea.
Okay.
There is heavy wind. And I don't know about Paris because he went there yesterday. I'm going to talk to him so that I know how is it that side, because Miramas is near. Even when they were training, you can see water there. The blue, something blue like sky. That's the whole thing. So I think you have said about assisted winding. Once it goes beyond 2.0, that's 2.1. It's that is automatically, you can't, even if you want to qualify, you can't qualify. That's assisted. But it is 2.0. Even if you run, like Omanyala is going to run, let's say, he's going to run like even 9.4, and it's 2.0. That is okay. But if it goes beyond 2.1, that one is not okay.
You've been assisted with the
that's assisted winding. So I don't know about Paris because races are starting today. We'll just check the result. We'll see if there is windy or it is positive or negative. So we'll check on that.
So either maybe it's too windy, so the race do get postponed or what?
No. They cannot postpone it. Even if they are going to run, even if it is -4, they cannot postpone it.
They just run.
They will run, even if you are going to run 10. That's why now you see people, if there is negative, like let's say -4, the guys are going to run like that, because if you are running against wind, you can't run fast. But if we have like 2.0, 1, 1.9 up to negative, let's say -2 or -1, they will run fast. -1 is not that heavy, but -4, that's heavy. You can get even those guys are winning even with 10-2
Okay.
or 10-1. You see, because of windy. But let's hope everything's going good. But this Paris, what I know, people are going to run fast. You know, Olympics is an event whereby people are relaxed. It's not like World Championship. Right now, if you see those guys, even I was talking to one of my boys telling me like people are just walking around. But the World Championship, after training, guys are sleeping. But this Olympics, guys are relaxed. They don't have tension. They have just gone there to run and to enjoy.
Okay.
Yeah. Even sometimes they go and watch basketball, those football games. Yeah, they are enjoying there. You go there to enjoy because this thing you'll see it after 4 years, and maybe you don't know how many times are you going for that Olympics. Maybe this is the last one. Maybe you are going for because you don't know if you are going to qualify again. So people go there to enjoy. There's no tension. But the World Championships, they know it comes after 2 years. They will be there. But Olympics 4 years. It's hard. So we're talking about we have 800 meters women.
Let me cut you short first.
Women.
Let me cut you.
Okay.
So that was Mr. Dennis, aka Coach Venom, giving us some few insights here and there about the